Hello everyone, welcome to SJEC e-classes on YouTube channel. This is 9th class geography subject video. I am Aruna Singh who is teaching you this subject. In this video our chapter rocks will teach, and in this chapter our topics are the meaning of the rocks, minerals, the formation processes of the rocks. On the basis of the formation process, types of the rocks, their characteristics with the examples, and rock cycle topics will be explained. So let's start our this chapter, rocks. The outer layer called the crust or the lithosphere is made up of rocks and minerals. The thin outermost layer of the earth is called the crust or the lithosphere. The word lithosphere stands for the rocks sphere, as the literal meaning of the word lithos is rock. Now our rocks and minerals. A rock is a natural solid organic or inorganic material forming the crust of the earth. A rock is an aggregate of minerals. The physical properties of rocks vary. It means various type. The smallest component of the earth crust or lithosphere is element. More than one element of the earth's crust can form compounds which are known as mineral. The main mineral groups are silicates, carbonates, sulfides, metal oxides, and minerals are a combination of elements which occur naturally in rocks. These are solid inorganic substances which have definite chemical composition. More than 2000 types of minerals have already been identified, but only a few of them are rock forming. So, organic and inorganic minerals generally compound forms in rocks and minerals. All material, whether hard like stone or sand, of which the crust of the earth is composed, are called rocks. Stone, clay, lava, sand, chalk, salt, coal, marble, some is soft and some hard materials. On the basis of their mode of formation, rocks are divided into three types: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks. Our first, igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are associated with the volcanic activities, cooling of magma, and mechanical weathering, etc. Listen very carefully. These lines are actually keywords for the exam. Volcanic activities, cooling of magma, and mechanical weathering. The word igneous has been derived from the Latin word ignis, meaning fire. These rocks are of thermal origin and are associated with volcanic eruption. Igneous rocks are associated with the ores of metal due to their origin by cooling magma, resulting in crystalline rocks rich in mineral content. Here is the two words lava and magma. Lava, which is generally found above the surface. The lava is the black molten materials erupted in a volcano which is generally come out on the earth's surface. Magma is the compound of lava, stones, ash, debris, etc. erupting out in a volcano. Now, two types of igneous rocks: extrusive igneous rocks, intrusive igneous rocks. Extrusive igneous rocks formed by the cooling of molten magma on the earth's surface. Intrusive igneous rocks are formed when the magma solidified within the earth crust, forming coarse texture. Now, student, actually extrusive, which form above the earth's surface, after molten, which come out on the surface, lava, and cooled, solidified. And intrusive, it's a slowly process but beneath of the earth surface. Extrusive and intrusive igneous rocks. Landforms due to the igneous rocks. Here are the many landforms due to the igneous rocks. Mainly these are formed beneath of the earth's surface as well as the on above earth's surface. Sills, the collection of magma between layers of rocks, is called sill. Sills, it is usually parallel to the bedding planes of sedimentary rocks. Bedding planes, it means strata layers of the deposited materials. These are formed due to the intrusion and solidification of magma between these bedding planes. Dikes. Dikes are filling of magma in the cracks or fissures of rocks are called dikes. Dikes represent wall-like formation of solidified magma. These are mostly perpendicular to the beds of sedimentary rocks. There is a well-defined dike in the valley of Narmada and near Jabalpur. Here is the laccoliths and batholiths. Listen it very carefully. Firstly, laccoliths. Laccoliths are formed due to the intrusion of magma along the bedding planes. The magma cools and solidifies just below the crust of the earth. The upper surface of the laccoliths are dome shaped while the bottom is mostly flat. These can be several kilometers in diameter and thousands of meters thick. It is generally found near the earth's surface. And the batholiths. Batholiths are the long, irregular and undulating forms of solidified magma. They are usually dome shaped and their side walls are very steep. They form the core of mountain ranges just like the which available on the earth's surface also, but inside the earth's surface, beneath of the earth's surface, it is also formed just core of mountain ranges. The batholiths can be exposed on the surface due to intense weathering and erosional work. There are many batholiths or in beneath of the surface in Chota Nagpur plateau in India, mainly Ranchi plateau or Ranchi batholiths. These are also showing the examples of the batholiths. Characteristics of igneous rocks. The igneous rocks are hard and compact. Igneous rocks are generally, they do not have a strata like sedimentary rocks. They are not soft, so they are hard and compact. These rocks are generally granular and crystalline. These rocks are less affected by chemical weathering. They do not have fossils or traces of plants and animals. These rocks are mostly weathered by mechanical processes. Water can percolate only along the joints or cracks. Most of the igneous rocks consist of silicate minerals. Our next, sedimentary rocks. The word sedimentary has been derived from the Latin word sedimentum, which means settling down. The processes of weathering and erosion constantly break the igneous and other rocks into fragments of all shapes and sizes. These agents provide the raw materials needed to form the sedimentary rocks. Here is continuous deposition of sediment of silt, soil, debris, etc. by natural agents, water, wind and ice along lower landforms, and solidification into different layers result in the formation of light sedimentary rocks. Now our classification of sedimentary rocks. Here is the three bases: mechanically formed, chemically formed rocks and organically formed rocks. First, our mechanically formed rocks. Denudation of rocks by agents of change result in layers of sedimentary rocks by mechanism. It means the pre-existing rocks are broken into fragments of different sizes by the processes of weathering and erosion. These materials are transported and deposited by suitable places by different agents like running water, rivers, wind, glacier and sea waves. In this process, the lower layers come under the pressure of the upper layers. come under the pressure of the upper layers. These are mechanically formed rocks or clastic rocks. The main examples are sandstones, conglomerates, shale, loess, siltstone, clay, etc. Our second, chemically formed rocks. The running water contains chemical materials in suspension. When this chemically active water comes in contact with rocks, it is able to remove the soluble materials from the rocks. These chemical materials, after settling down, are compacted and cemented. Settling down are compacted and cemented to form rocks due to the chemically formation of the sedimentary rocks. The deposition generally takes place in lakes and lagoons. The water evaporates and the rocks are compacted. The main examples are gypsum, rock salt, dolomite. These are the examples of the chemically formed rocks. Our third, organically formed rocks. Here is organic material, so it means the organic sediments are derived from the disintegration or decomposition of plants and animals. They contain large quantities of limes. These materials, after being settled down, compacted and cemented from organic sedimentary rocks. The main examples of limestone, corals, chalk, these are the example of organic formed rocks. Here are some other main types of rocks on the basis of agents of formation. Which agents are provided the formation process of the sedimentary rocks? These are the natural agents. Our first is these are also we can argillaceous rocks. Now here is the many: riverine, lacustrine, marine sedimentary and aeolian sedimentary rocks. So riverine rocks, these are formed by the sediment deposited by running water or river. It means these are which formed due to deposition of sediments in riverine environment. The deposition can take place in the bed of rivers or in the flood plains. Lacustrine, these are formed due to the deposition and consolidation of sediments in the lake environment. Mostly the sediments are deposited on the floor of the lakes. The marine sedimentary rocks are formed due to the deposition and consolidation of sediments on the floor of oceans and sea. The size of particles deposited decreases from coastal areas towards the open ocean and seas. The aeolian sedimentary rocks. This type of rocks are formed due to the deposition of sand brought down by the winds. The existing rocks are broken by the agents of mechanical weathering in the hot and dry areas. The results in the formation of large amount of sand. Winds pick up the sand particles and deposit them at various places. Loess deposits in an important examples. Glacial rocks. The materials deposited by the glaciers are called glacial drift. These deposits are also known as moraines, which are of four types: lateral, medial, ground and terminal moraines. These are the on the formation basis of the sedimentary rocks. Here is the other two: calcareous rocks and carbonaceous rocks. Calcareous rocks, it is formed due to the deposition and consolidation of sediments derived from the skeletons and remains of those animals and plants which contain larger amount of lime. The main types are limestone, dolomite, chalk, etc. And now carbonic acid rocks. These are generally initial stages. Large part of the earth was under swamps and forest. In some regions, the forests were buried due to the earth movements. Later on, the weight and pressure of the overlying deposits transformed the vegetation into rocks. These are called carbonaceous rocks. Where we found the coal and fossil fuels, these are generally taken away from the carbonaceous rocks. Our characteristics of sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are generally just opposite from the igneous rocks, formed from the material derived from the other rocks, including plant and animal remains. These rocks thus contain fossils and strata layers. Sedimentary rocks are generally not crystalline. They are soft and layered as they are formed by deposition of sediments. So most of the sedimentary rocks are permeable and porous. So these are porous. They can absorb the water inside of the layers, as well as they can easily lose and remove with the water, or also can solute the materials with the moisture. The sedimentary rocks are not crystalline, are not found in massive forms such. Here is batholiths and laccoliths, because these are the igneous rocks examples, and we are not found these examples in the sedimentary rocks because it is soft and layers having rocks. Metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are formed by complete change of texture of rocks through volcanism and diastrophism. Limestone is converted into marble and shale is transformed to slate. The word metamorphic means to the changed form. Both igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into the metamorphic rocks. During the process of metamorphism, the form and composition of a rock may change, but there is no disintegration and decomposition of rock. The special feature about the origin and formation of metamorphic rocks is that they remain in their original position and change only under the impact of internal and external forces. The main example of slate, marble, quartzite, graphite and gneiss, schist. These are types of metamorphic rocks. So on the basis of the formation, it's divided in two parts: thermal metamorphism and dynamic metamorphism. Thermal metamorphism, it takes place due to extreme temperature which transform the shape and texture of rocks. The heat may be due to hot magma or friction of rocks. The parent rocks are changed under the influence of the high temperature prevailing in the earth's crust. For limestone is converted into marble, sandstone into quartzite, shale into slate and coal into graphite. And the dynamic metamorphism, in the case of dynamic metamorphism, the original rocks are changed under the influence of pressure at great depth inside the earth's crust. And examples: granite is converted into gneiss and shale into schist. So these takes place through physical or chemical changes by deep pressure. Characteristics of metamorphic rocks. The metamorphic rocks are generally more compact, harder and bulkier because they formed due to the high pressure and high temperature. Original rocks, they may have layers, but these are highly compressed. And most of the metamorphic rocks are impermeable or non-porous. It means they cannot absorb water. And these rocks do not have fossils of animals or plants. Now, our next topic, rock cycle. Rock cycle, just like the water cycle, these processes are connected with one each other. The intimate relationship and mutual interdependence between the three types of rocks is called rock cycle. The working of rock cycle is powered by the heat from inside the earth and the solar energy. So the rock of the earth crust are being constantly formed and transformed in physical as well as in mineral composition. The work of the rock cycle is on the surface of the earth and also in the interior of the earth. See here this picture. Here is from the beneath earth surface and on the surface. First part of the rock cycle takes place on the surface of the earth. At the earth's surface, the igneous or primary rocks are exposed to various agents of weathering and erosion. The broken rocks are transported and deposited in the basins or depressions. Here, the sediments are compressed and cemented to form the sedimentary rocks. The firstly igneous parent rocks and the second sedimentary rocks. The leftover igneous rocks and the newly formed sedimentary rocks can possibly change into metamorphic rocks due to heat and pressure in course of time. It takes million years, not in a few days. The formation of sedimentary rocks on the surface of the earth and their conversion into the metamorphic rocks takes place within the crust of the earth. The sedimentary rocks may be buried again and may melt to form the igneous rocks, and the materials of earth's crust are not lost during the course of rock cycle for millions of years. The rocks and the mineral matters of the earth has been undergoing changes due to the working of rock cycle. Thus we study in this video this chapter rocks, and thanks for watching this video. In next video we will meet again with the new chapters of the 9th class geography. Thanks to all for watching this video.